Afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark, Wolf's Head Design. I am a blacksmith hobby, making all kinds of different things. Nothing really in particular, as you'll see today. Rob up at Thak Ironworks is making a chess set. I follow Rob. I've done several of his courses. Great website, great place to visit, great guy to talk to, great guy to learn from. So if you're thinking about anything or expanding your skills, go see Rob. He does all kinds of different things, from blades to repoussé, lots of sculpting. Anyway, but for today, this chess set that Rob is designing, he's asked any of his YouTube followers to, I guess, pony up and see if you want to take part and make one with him. So him and his son Eric got a hold of me and asked me to do a mouse up for his chess set. I'm hoping this mouse suits what he wants, and maybe he'll ask me to do more. I'd look forward to it. Sculpting is a new thing for me, but I really look forward to it. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope this piece works out well for Rob up at Thak Ironworks. Well, good morning, everybody. I have the privilege to work with Rob at Thak Ironworks, who wants to do a chess set. And he's asked his YouTube community, which I'm happy to be one, to make different pieces. So, Rob has asked that I attempt to make a mouse figurine to use as a pawn in his set. So what I'm starting right now, I'm working with a 3/4 inch piece of square stock. I'm going to do a 4-sided taper at the front to start drawing out the nose of the mouse, then the body, and of course the tail. He wants this to apparently to be about 2 inches by 2 inches, and probably do a kind of a tail, have the tail curve up on the back of the mouse. It'll be much easier to pick up the piece and move it. And then we'll chisel in the ears and the eyes. We'll keep going with this here. And yeah. So we've tapered that out some. I don't want to leave it too sharp, but I'm going to sharpen it a little bit more than that and then smoothen this out. One side obviously is going to be flat for the base of the chessboard. And then we'll see about possibly necking in a little bit where the head goes back. So as I was thinking about that, I think what I'm going to do before I get too far on this side, I'm going to shoulder back where the tail will be, because I want to keep the mass of the body of the piece forward and not let it able to push back. So now all my mass is going to stay in here. Even as I push these sections back, the mass is going to stay there. Alright, so let's fatten up our mouse a little bit here. I'm just going to take it back here and I'm going to start knocking off these corners. So as you can see, starting to round out. I'm going to flatten them down a little bit more, maybe push a little bit more of this backwards, and we'll start kind of smoothing this round part here. Alright, so we're going to keep on refining here. Now, still have to get the back end of the mouse rounded a little bit more out, because of course it's a little more narrow than the body. So there, you can see, now we're going to draw out the tail, and then we'll look at putting in the ears and then the eyes. Need to chisel in the ears. What I'm going to do is heat it up, cool the nose, put it up against my piece here, and chisel in that way. I'm just going to cool the tip of the nose. It's probably still going to get deformed some, but let's hopefully obviously reduce as much as possible. Starting back a fair ways. Alright, let's try this again. One little ear. Now I'll see if I'll do the other side. Alright, let's try for ear number 2. Hard part, and Rob will probably laugh at this, I always have, is starting the ear at the same place as the previous. And as I said, I'm not the sculptor, Rob is. Hey, not too bad. I think I would definitely like to tip them up a little bit more. So I think we're going to keep going on that. A couple of ears. Now we're going to move on to the eyes. Clean them up a little bit here. We'll use this one. It's a bit of an offset. One that I had made from another project. As you can see, I'm going to heat it up, put them a little bit deeper, and then I'll use a smaller round end punch to just put the pupils in the depression where I put those bird's eye into. So now we're going to start drawing out the tail. I can probably cut off a good portion of this. Alright, so we shouldn't need too much to make a fairly lengthy tail. Alright, so we're just going to keep drawing out the tail. Trying to be careful with my ears here. So as you can see, kind of think I'll have plenty of tail. Don't think we need that much. And I'm rotating it because what happens, this kind of puts the centerpiece on a bit of a tip. You don't wind up with so much of a cold shut or a fisheye. Getting there. And get the tail of the mouse. And there is our little mouse. Anyway, I'm going to heat them up, give them a good brushing, get all the scale off. And then we'll see if we buff them up a little bit. So just cleaned it up. Did a little bit of a brush, and then did just some on the wire wheel. And I don't know what kind of finish Rob's going to want to put on it. But here we'll try and put it on something so that you can see it a little bit better. And just a nice simple little mouse that hopefully meets Rob's requirements for his chess set. So again, my name is Mark. Been blacksmithing for about 4 or 5 years now. Sculpting isn't something I normally do very much of, but it's fun. It's great to give it a try. And like I said, please drop Rob a line if you want to, give a piece of this chess set a shot, like I did. So, Mark, signing off.